Hello, hello, beautiful little bees. I know I've been, absent. I'm just cleaning some dust here. Um, I've been extremely busy, extremely tired. Spring, I guess, time change, whatever is hitting us. I'm sure a lot of us are feeling the same. Um, because of that, and because I want to try and still give you some messages from your guides and my guides, and try to keep it short. I'm going to do, I was hesitating between two again. Instead of doing the months ahead, I'm going to do the week ahead. Let's see what the energies are going to be like. I'm winging it, so we'll see. I know I'm going to use some bees because I decided to take out the Beltane Oracle because it is at the end of this month. Beltane is... When is Beltane? May Eve. So it's on April the 30th. So, since it has the little bees decoration, I was like, I'm going to use the bee towel. So for the big message, we'll use the bee towel. I'm going to keep that out. And before we jump into it, let's see which divine energy, boom, 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 is going to be with us on this reading. Mary Magdalene at the bottom of the gate, the gate, okay. Door opening. Yesterday was what many people call energy gates when the date has like mirror digits. Yesterday was 4-4 for me. Obviously, whenever you fall on this reading, there could be messages that you need to hear, so don't worry about the date or this or that. But yesterday was what many people call energy gate. So hey, today is 4-5. So is that a door opening? I don't know. I wish I had the time to do an energy gate reading. Yesterday, so was that fun too, but it didn't go that way. So let's see what angel energy is going to accompany us if we play. Oh, Merlin, I love that. We haven't had Merlin in a while. Merlin with number 24 talks to us about alchemy, manifestation, and magic. He's a magician that takes us back also to the number 1 of the tarot with the energy of the magician. That goes very well with the manifestation, how you have all the tools that you need in your hands to create the life that you want. What does he have? Apologies for my acid reflux. I'm a human being. He has an owl on his arm, which, as you know, is on with Louise. It's the owl. It's, even though we are covered with bees, because the bees, just like Mother Mary, decided to come on this channel. The owl is my first. The owl and the wolf are my two favorite night animal, so to speak. So anyways, there is something about wisdom, something about maybe you like to maybe you have more peace at night. I'm feeling like example, I'm not going into like super esoteric out there type things. I'm just, when I talk about liking being at night, when I was between 18 and 20, I had to redo the last year of high school a couple of times. The third time I did it, I was studying by mail. At the time, there was no internet. I'm that old. Well, it was study, but anyways, I liked working on my project and books and writing and essays and whatever when everybody was asleep. I did my best work between 10 and 2 in the morning. So obviously that made for later mornings, but it was quiet. You were able to think. There was nobody calling you for this or that, or the phone ringing, or the cars or whatever. It was absolutely wonderful and quiet. So, like, maybe this message is going to hit people like that, especially with the, okay, so with the blue we have the throat chakra, right? Yes. So there is a need for communication, maybe there's a need for praying. I'm thinking of the night also, because of the dark blue and like the moon, the stars. Maybe you like, oh, some of you may need to wear a crystal. Maybe you like, not necessarily, okay, maybe astrology because that's what's coming, but I'm thinking like the study of the stars, like whatever that's called. I can't think of the term right now. So, anyways, you. Oh, what do we have on his throat? A dragon. I just noticed a dragon too. So, if any of these, and we have the. I think it's like the connection with everything in the world, how everything is interdependent and connected to each other. You know what? Let's just read about Merlin. How about that? He's one of my favorite characters too because I read the Quest of the Grail by I forget who again when I was a younger one, and when I was a youngling. And Merlin is a child of a very pious Mother Mary type woman. She was devoted to God. She was a saint. She was good. She was giving. She was a saint. And she was praying every night. But because Merlin's story happened a little bit after Jesus came to be part of our world, and that was in the lore. He would be um, attempt the counterpart. The devil's trial to bring his son like Jesus was brought to the world. So, for some reason, he looked a very pious, devoted woman just to make God angry. Um, so every night, I forget how she was informed about that or how she knew whatever. Um, but so she would pray every night, and one day, and always keep a light and one like a candle, for as long as there is a little bit of light, you have um, in the story some kind of divine protection against evil, against darkness protection. So one night she was very upset about something, some argument she had with her sister or something like that, and she fell asleep crying. She was crying so hard she forgot to pray, she forgot to leave the light. So that's when some demon came and took her and got her pregnant with Merlin. But she was so devoted and so saint-like and so pious and so connected and so loving that Merlin is made of both evil and extremely good. So he's got this conflicting balance within him all the time, like whatever is putting him. But I'm sure you all know some stories about Merlin. You know he was attracted to Morgana. There is different stories about Morgana. Now we're going deeper into different things, lores and stuff. So go read into it. This is fascinating stories. Is it legend? Is there truth? But the energy in itself is real. We are all consistently, I feel, balanced between, being selfish or selfless or, loving or hating, or this is always a tight balance. So Merlin to me is very human. Not that Jesus was not, but in the energies of and no offense to Jesus. Jesus is our loving is our loving Father, made himself human, right? So anyway, but he didn't have this difficult balance that Merlin, with his constant choice. Jesus knew, uh, who his father is and what his main goal in his existence is. Merlin is consistently battled between the way he was raised by this beautiful woman, who dies, I believe, when he was 5 or something like that. So she did die early, but he still had the love and this holiness from this woman, and this anger and hatred energy, like from his dark side as well. So, anyways, fascinating character who did save and help save the world of King Arthur. So, not that bad after all. So Merlin, let's see, is the best known as a wizard from the Arthurian myth. But he is not just the stuff of legends, he is a powerful ascended master who can support you on your own magical journey. Merlin is an ancient wise one, master of alchemy and keeper of ancient and hidden mysteries. So maybe you love like science and like old legends. Like I was talking about, he is connected to pagan and druid spirituality, and as with all wizards and witches, he works with the cycles of the earth, of time, and the planets to assist him in his manifestations and can help you to do the same. So, there is, especially with YouTube and books and internet, and just watch out what you do, because there is a lot of BS as well. We don't know everything. A lot of people just post things just to make money, and so just watch out what you're doing, what ritual you're getting into. Anyways, but if you just go to the Moonly app, there is some fun meditations. Fun, I mean, like, I don't mean like haha fun, but cool stuff that can help you. Prayer is always good. Just always go back to being simple. Okay, the crazier it is, the I feel the less you'll get somewhere. Okay, so the oracle of this card is you have the power to alchemize the situation, just like the magician. Use the tools and skills you have at your disposal to create the outcome you most desire. Okay, awesome energy. And at the bottom of the deck, we the Archangel Raphael. I love me some Raphael, especially that she made him look like, to me, he looks like Jon Snow in Game of Thrones. So that talks about healing, that talks about intuition and health. Follow your intuition. You have the answers within you, and you have the tools. So this is great message for this week. Nice. With the masculine type and the dark hair, maybe there is some meaning to you. There is the anchor on Raphael's neck. What do we have? An eagle. So the bird talks about coming. Oh no, it's a fish. I thought it was an eagle. So you're finding your anchorage and the fish. Well, I'm thinking that there are plenty more fish in the sea. I don't know. That's what's coming to mind. You do with that what you want. Okay. Oh yes, I was going to say about the two men here. We have a bearded one. We have a very clean-faced one. But that talks about action to me. Male energy is action more than emotion. That doesn't mean they don't have any emotion. What is the energy? I want to take this one. Not because I don't want to use the energy guide, but because it's nature moment, I feel. And this one's calling to me the Sacred Forest Oracle. So, let's see. What energy, s'il vous plaît, nos anges et guides d'amour, s'il vous plaît, Raphaël, s'il vous plaît, Merlin. Let's make it clear, s'il vous plaît. What energy is going to accompany us in the following week? Oh, this one is returned. Generosity, Maple Spirit, number 23. With generosity, I feel like some kind of, okay, so see, this is a tree. With a tree, you feel, that takes me back to the anchor from the Archangel Raphael over here. That talks me back, that talks to me about connection to the earth, connection to your roots, connection to your family, being generous to yourself and to the people around you, and how the connection between all of that allows you to grow. I mean, look how beautiful this tree is, maple tree, and how the maple tree also gives you this wonderful syrup, like it's hiding. You put a that like faucet like in it, and you get this wonderful energizing liquid. At the bottom, we have the thicket of thorns with uncertainty. But notice the two butterflies here, how she's coming out of a dark forest. She's still in the forest, but look at this light and look at the babe. It's like a fall, but the fall is going to become this wonderful those wooden things they have on their head, like, and they become this guide for the family. For we're back with the family. Well, it is a sacred forest deck, isn't it? So she's, and there is a thorns. Okay, so the sun, and you headed towards a beautiful lit forest. Let's see what these cards talk to us about, because they're quite pretty, aren't they? I want you to see. Here we go. Let me get the book. I don't know this deck, so I'm discovering with you. I know we're back to go read. Oh, totes too. Talking about growth here. Generosity speaks for itself, but the uncertainty, what is that? Number 43. I want to see what that's about. This was supposed to be a short reading, right? Uncertainty. You have found yourself in a thick briar patch. When you try to go forward, the branches entangle you. When you attempt to go back, thorns prevent your movement. No matter what direction you try, there are blockages. To move causes pain from the long, sharp thorns. Stop struggling. That makes me think of the Harry Potter scene where Hermione and the two boys are stuck in those roots, and the more you fight, the more you get entangled, and you have to relax and breathe, and then boom, you can go through. It feels like if you are in this situation, you are called to just take a breath, stop fighting, let it go. This too shall pass. And here, stop moving. Actually, let me go back. Stop struggling, stop moving, breathe, relax. And magically, the thicket opens to reveal a sparkling path out. When we talk about something that is quote-unquote thorny, it means that it is difficult or challenging. If it feels that you're stuck in some area of life, you're right. You are stuck. When you are truly uncertain about what direction to take, be still. Do not struggle to go ahead, and you'll only immerse yourself even deeper. Do not struggle to get ahead, or you will get deeper into the briars. The first step to move forward is to acknowledge where you are. Instead of asserting that you are not stuck, just accept the truth. Admit to yourself, yes, I'm stuck. Take a breath again. Accept the truth. The universe desires your success. Always, always keep in mind that the universe, God, your guides, your angels, you want to have success in your life. There is no doubt about that, okay? So it only requires that you wait until the path is ready for you. Sometimes we are stopped too. Just like you'll notice, not that everybody is not protected. We are all protected in some ways, but we are more open to that protection than others. Some people are more open, or, and when the universe stops you like that, when it puts blockages in your path, it's to prevent you from going that path. So this is the other, like if you're being stubborn and you keep wanting to go that way, and you get messages like gut feeling or whatever, that your guides is like, don't do this, don't, then they whisper, they tell you, don't do this, my lovely, don't do that, you need to go that way, and you just stubbornly refuse to listen, they will put the thorns on a path. It's just because you're going into danger, you're going the wrong path. we're going to stop you. That's all it is. So no need to get frustrated. You just be like, okay, universe, show me. I'm ready to listen. Acknowledge the truth of the situation. Wait until you have a clear direction. Then slowly and methodically take action. Like these two wonderful male-looking characters advise to take action. In the fairy tale Sleeping Beauty, that could be a synchronicity for some of you, an impenetrable thorny hedge surrounds a sleeping princess, the royal family, and everyone in the castle. For 100 years, many princes tried to take their way to her through the thicket, but to no avail. Finally, a prince passed, and the thicket opened for him, so he was able to find the princess with ease. The message here is to trust in divine timing. The prince is triumphant because he appears at the right time, or right after Maleficent kissed her. When the time is right, everything falls into place. The spirit of the thicket of thorns says, timing is everything. Let go of the struggle. You'll gain great rewards. That to me is a message for this week. Timing is everything. This first week of the months of spring, this first week of... Actually, I should have done a New Year's reading because we are starting the astrological New Year. So Happy New Year. Happy belated. Should have done a New Year reading. Anyways, this was a difficult start. Let's see. S'il vous plaît, nos anges et guides d'amour, what's coming out here? Prince of Jar. What is he doing? He's looking to his left, which means he's looking too much on his past. He's got a big shield to protect himself from something. It looks like he's about to get into action. He's getting off his little chair. And there is seashells all around. We're talking about there's plenty more fish in the sea, earlier. Some of you, like, yeah, you may be stuck into a relationship you don't want to let go of when it's time to, okay? And you are protected with that shield. I feel like you have that protection that against, or you protect yourself out of fear against the future, possibly, because he was looking to the left. Okay, so s'il vous plaît, nos anges et guides d'amour, Merlin and Raphael, dear Archangel, what is the message for the week to come for our little bees? S'il vous plaît, nos anges et guides d'amour. Bottom of the deck, what is it? Six of Pentacles. Oh, you know what? That goes back to generosity over here. The Six of Pentacles talks about sharing your abundance and accepting the help that's provided. That is very important. To accept the fact that if you need help and the universe is giving it to you, do not say no. Accept it with gratitude, because if you keep on saying no, the universe will say, okay, enough with you. You're not listening. Not that they will give up, but you will be sending out that energy of not wanting to be helped. And as much as I was saying it will push you a certain way, we create our prison, you know, in a way. So be selfless if you can. So like if some of you can what's the term, do volunteering, because sharing abundance is not necessarily sharing money. You could have a bunch of times on your hand and not knowing what to do with yourself. You could volunteer, you could help people, you could donate time, whatever you have in extra. What is the essence of this week, s'il vous plaît, nos anges et guides d'amour? What is the essence of this week for our little bees? Oh, temptation. The essence of this week. Look at the waste. Look at how he's wasting money. We were just talking about the energy here of sharing, and on this card he is just wasting all the all the beehives, instead of being like the page of jar that popped out earlier, um was had all these, like the beehive was so pretty and there was honey coming out of it, and in this case it wasted so much, um that the bees are all leaving and the beehives are empty, and they look like just, they remind me of, like, for some reason it makes me think of SpongeBob when he wants to be normal, if there is any SpongeBob fan out there. That Squidward has bugged him so much, about, like, how can't you be normal, that he loses all his personality. He's losing his essence of SpongeBob, and he's not funny anymore. He's not making these wonderful Krabby Patties anymore. He loses his essence, and I feel like the energy of this week, the essence of this week, is some of you just feeling like, because it's starting that you lost yourself, and remember, you feel like you're stuck. So stop wasting time, stop wasting money. Apologies, I couldn't swallow the coffee. Um, you feel that you are in a toxic. There is, everything is toxic about this card. Okay, the devil could be a good card depending. Right now, we just know that this as a essence for this week. This talks about toxicity, fatigue, maybe doing too much. So we're going to find out, how to work around all this, because there's a lot of waste in this card, wasted, and get that smirk. Like, maybe you're trusting the wrong person too. Like, the one that you think is giving you money may not be the right person to take it from. For example, there is something very I don't want to say his name. There is something very industrial like in this card, like trusting the wrong person, because he's appearing like he's got all this cool stuff about him, like, look at me, I have money, I'm so smart, look all I have behind me, but all you have behind you is dried up. You have all this that looks like this big field. It makes me think of those entrepreneur like people that buy the property, the land of one house, and they make a building or townhomes that are like right on top of each other, and you become like this dystopian thing. So that's the energy I'm getting with this card here. Something where everybody is turning into a "How you doing, SpongeBob?" that is making paper like Krabby Patties, where you try to be productive and save money, but you're coming out with nothing in the end. So difficult energy essence for this week. What perspective would serve our little bees the most this week, s'il vous plaît, nos anges guides? What perspective would serve our little bees the most, s'il vous plaît? What is this? The Prince of Wands. So we are in an energy of Prince again. So the Prince is the energy. Oh wait, I was thinking the energy of the it's Prince, Princess, Queen, and King. No, Princess, Prince. Oh my God. Let me just look up something. Hang on, because this isn't familiar to me. You know what? Let's just look at it together. As you can see, I went about a third way through the book. Let me look if we made it like sword 1, 2. Okay, so he didn't make it like his Yule deck. We are with the wands, pentacles. Oh, isn't that the wands where I was here? Yes. Okay, so I want to see if it's princess or prince. Prince. And before that, the princess. Okay, so the prince would have the energy of the knight. The knight is, we're back with this very masculine energy. We're talking about action. For the second time, we see a prince standing up from the chair, like they're about to go do something. Let me take my glasses and look at it because I can't zoom in like you guys could. We have a bunch of sunflowers around him. Notice how the cat's about to go, is running off to do something as well. He seems to be pulled by something to, like, something is getting him up, like getting him out of his lethargic way, it feels, because his eyes are closed. Notice his eyes are closed, and it looks like something is like right here, like pulling, getting him off his lazy butt and doing something. Action, travel, determination. In the prince, we see the first stirring of movement toward achieving his goal and bringing them into manifestation. We're back to the manifestation here. Wonderful. The sunflowers in this card are not only loved by the bees, but the turning heads that follow the sun's passage imply steady movement. This is a lesson for the prince. This person's eagerness can be their undoing. Okay, so watch out who you're trusting, and like don't rush into action as well. That could be, remember this essence of like, be careful who you trust this week. They are quick to act and might only think about the action when it's too late. They are compulsive, and their actions can sometimes be judged as over-enthusiastic. In traditional tarot associations, the Prince of Wands represents the air of fire, which is the heat that we feel from the flames, which we feel from your passion. Interestingly enough, the devil, he's all about, this energy is all about what excites you, what makes you happy, overdoing things, obsessions, addictions, things like that. So be careful not to fall for that. In this manner, it may often be said that the prince can appear a lot of hot air, and because of this he can be underestimated, but his passion is sincere and directed. He may lack maturity or a sense of outcome, but he makes up for it with sheer enthusiasm and determination. The problem with the prince is that he can be a little hasty and may not stop to consider the implication of his action. His nature is a little like the cat that is driving them forward, full of curiosity but easily distracted. Slow and steady progress is the key here. Do not rush headlong into a situation. You may be inclined to be super enthusiastic about every idea you have, but slow down and assess. So because we are talking about the perspective to have this week, and because of this negative energy, it's like with this obsession and overdoing, like overdoing so much that you lose everything. You are called to slow down. That goes very well with the thicket of thorns here. Stop rushing into things. The perspective that you need to have for this week is slow down, take a breath, have a sip of coffee, okay? Slow. I want to say that. Slow the F down. Slow down. There is still some discussions to have and sharing ideas. I feel with that Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is really sharing wealth, any kind of wealth. So don't rush into things. Maybe other people, maybe you need to rest as well with the healing here. Maybe you just need to take some time to rest because you run your cup dry, okay? If you've overgiven and overdone, things like that. That's why I haven't been on the channel for a while. What is something to, because I've been tired and overspent. Something to embrace and make time for this week for a little bit, s'il vous plaît. Something to embrace and make time for. Haha. Princess of Swords. The princess is a little page of swords. I want to say, it doesn't show here, but like this, It looks like a tartan or something. I want to say make some time if you like books, for example. It's really the page of sword is the student. He spends a lot of time learning things and practicing and reading books, and it feels like since you need to embrace and make time for, if there is some stuff you want to study, maybe that's why you are told to slow down. There is something in a situation that you got to study. If you're a student, there is more work to do. You have to looks like she's, it almost looks like she's flying, isn't she? What's on her dress when it comes in? It's so pretty. And look at it if you can. It's a very pretty card. It makes me think of a fairy tale. It makes me think of like Alice in Wonderland almost. Notice her ear too. How open it is. It's like a big hole. It's like she needs to pay more attention, like stop and listen. The message of stopping and listening is very strong in this reading with this one where you need to stop and pay attention. There is two butterflies on top of her head, like guiding her, but also talking about transformation. You are called to slow down, otherwise you're getting in a situation that's you are getting in a the thorny situation. Like there is obviously something very negative in a situation here, where you are reminded over and over to slow down and take the time to think, take the time to study a situation. This is loud and clear. Listen to your guides, listen to your intuition. The intuition was brought up by the Archangel Raphael here. Listen to your intuition. We have an energy, a certain reminder for some immaturity. So either the situation is very new, or you being immature about this because you're not used to it. So you need to study this more and slow down. I mean, look at how he's, yeah, I was talking about it being pulled. There is really the notion of just letting yourself being pulled towards something with him. And here, same thing, she's floating like she's being stopped like by those thorns. Take a moment, take a pill. What is something to minimize and relax about this week, s'il vous plaît? What's to minimize and relax about? See? The Two of Sword. Wow. She has her head up. In the traditional tarot, she's looking ahead, I believe. But she's crossing. She doesn't want to take a decision. Oh, you can see her here. Let me bring here. She doesn't want to make up her mind. She's stuck. She's like, making the choice is too difficult. Because this is what you need to minimize and relax. And you've been called to think. So you are called to slow down. You are called to study the situation more. But this is minimizing, and this is a card of indecision where you refuse to me, it being the indecision, it's more that you don't even want to think about it. You close your eyes, you cross your arms around you, you don't even want to fight. You're like, I don't want to think about this. And that takes me back to you being pulled towards something because you refuse to make a decision. I feel like you need to stop being so undecided. And that has come up in a lot of the reading, that Two of Swords. Because I feel like I've already said, think about how you feel if you make whatever decision. If you go this way, does that make you happy or does that annoy you? If you go that way, do you feel some kind of relief? So based on that, make up your mind. And if it is about letting go of this toxic thing, you'll be fine. Okay? The universe only has your back. This is provided here. You can do things on your own if that's what you're afraid of, or not even that. You have the sharing energy that was at the bottom of the deck here. You may feel alone like these young, immature people, but you have the right kind of help around you. Not that one, obviously. Not the one that's going to suck you dry, that already has been sucking you dry. Okay, a message from your guide to keep with you this week. What's the message for the little bee's guide to... look at that, 6 of jars. So with the 6, we are back with the energies of sharing. And the 6 of jar is sharing memories. And this there is a notion of family with this one again. I'm saying again because that was my first feeling with the 6 of Pentacles. Apologies. Notice the siblings and most likely dad making the what looks like jam, but it's honey in the story, obviously. Look at like how the basket here is full of apples. Oh, it's like, and there is abundance of everything with the 6 of Cups here. So maybe there is something you need to remember, share memories. There is something in your past that that is going to guide you in whatever it is that I don't want to say that it's something in your past that's blocking you. I feel like maybe there is some memory that you could have been repressing, but there is something beautiful about your past. Okay, this memory is beautiful. Maybe there is a friend from your childhood, maybe a sibling that you are afraid to communicate with about something. There is definitely something that that can be worked with the family. This is what I feel here. Like you've been trusting the wrong person. Maybe this is just that. Usually, in the traditional Tao, it's 2 siblings that are like an older brother that's protecting his younger sister and sharing some memories with her. In this one, we can see the 2 siblings, but daddy is present in the cards. So I feel like there is some type of protection here that you may have not thought about because you've been wanting to have your emancipation. You're a big girl or a big man and you can do things on your own and you refuse your help, whereas the help is there for you. You have generosity and wealth and all these awesome stuff that the universe and it feels like your family wants to give you. Stop refusing it. There is a certain level of pride here that I feel could be that toxic element that you're dealing with. You have good energies around you. And you come from a beautiful family, even if it's just family of souls. Let's see what the 6 of jars tell us here. Jars is a cup. There is a lot of beautiful emotion. We had the page of cups that was jumping out. So maybe you are immature. 6 of jar. Nostalgia, memories, innocence. After a period of crisis or challenge, it is natural, and this is what you're going through, it is natural for us to seek sanctuary in memories of times when things were good and stable. The 6s imply a return to a balanced state. And remember, I was talking about this difficult balance since the very beginning, with Merlin having a hard time because he has this holiness and this darkness within him. Sorry, my hand is like not showing. Okay, so with the 6s, with 2, and we end, the bottom of the deck was a 6. The end of the reading is a 6. Maybe there'll be something about this number for you this week too. So it implies a return to a balanced state, if only temporarily. And here we see the main figure spinning honey from the hive frames. In doing so, he is reminded of the past and the simple joys of pleasures that remain there as dear and treasured memory. It's funny because I was also talking about when I was young and when I read the stories of Merlin. So there is this energy of the past and how important it is to you. One of them is a figure at the honey spinner, and he's thinking of those gentler days when he sat on the kitchen floor as a parent or guardian spun honey above him. This card reminds you that you are a product of the past, but you are not enslaved to it. Whilst we may reminisce and reflect, the good old days don't truly exist, for we pick and choose the memories that are joyous. Considering the past is fine, but try not to get stuck in your ways like with the Two of Swords would want you to be. However much you try, you cannot recreate it. You have to create your own past, which you can with the energy of the magician. You have all these bases from your youth that you can use to create something new, okay? This moment is truly all you have, therefore find ways in which to imbibe the present with that sense of wonder you feel for the past. It can be done, but it must be done with a fresh perspective and new eyes, which again, you have the power, since you have the energy of Merlin, you have this magical energy, like to start something anew. Merlin, I told you, was like the energy of the magician, the number one in the tarot. The future is unknown, obviously. You're afraid of it, obviously. The past has gone. What truly matters is what you do with your time right now. When we romanticize the past, we create a present in which we cannot be fully present. Instead, find ways in which you can infuse the present with kindness and generosity to yourself and to others. I love how, again, the reading closed itself. It's beautiful. Longer than I wanted it to be, as usual. How about... I think I'm just going to... Oh, no! I'm going to give you a quick message from the... A quick, s'il vous plaît, les guides. See, I haven't done it for a while. So, obviously, I'm going to use the Season of the Witch Oracle. Is that what we're going to take? Fine. Ooh, Vision! Look at how... there is 3 ladies working together over here, and there is 3 fey-like energy. And I will have you notice that it's probably going to be on the top. Last week, I did a moon reading, and yes, because we had an eclipse last week, and I used the women, the goddesses, where is you? Here. The obsidian veil. And the energy we had was the fate, see? Look at how the universe, and the fate is the 3 ladies guiding you, right? Keeping, the deciding when you die. The energy was the shape all paths. We shape all paths, for every thread has a purpose and every destiny is intertwined. I thought about that because of the cord here, the line, and there is 3 women, and there is the scissors. So, and we have a star in the sky, which is so like Merlin over here. So there is these energies guiding you again. That takes me back to this uncertainty, like trust the universe that you're being guided where you're supposed to go. And there is this, look at this one, looks like she's saying goodbye. This one that takes me back to the indecision, and this one is like, I don't know. but they are all... Oh, and if you look at it, the ball is looking like honeycomb. How funny. This is vision, so that takes us back also to the energy of Merlin. Didn't we have a number 43? Yeah, 43 and 43. Crazy. I love this. To find enlightenment, seek nowhere. Wow. For it lives within you. This is back with stop trying to go... Oh my God. This is the same energy as this one. Stop going crazy. Stop fighting. Stop resisting. You have it in you. Trust your intuition. Wow. This is always like so killing me. The guides are telling you right there. Stop fighting. Trust the universe. Trust yourself. Trust what you know. Enough with trusting the people that give you the wrong advice too. This is very profound here. As long as you do not listen to your gut, you will remain stuck. This is so in your face, like the universe is like, listen to me. That's crazy. Even with a number, if you're 43 years old, pay attention to that too. This is quite something. Okay, I'm gonna go to a message from Mother Mary. Yes, I'm gonna go with Mother Mary first. S'il vous plaît, Maman Marie. That's crazy. That's insane. It always boggles my mind, but thank you. Here, this one. Our Lady of Divine Direction. I swear I don't know it by heart. The quickest here. Look at her. There we have fish and flower. It's cool. It looks like a bunch of rivers. The quickest way to a destination is not always the most obvious or direct route. Obstacles can help build trust, determination, self-belief, and courage. This has been said since the very beginning. However, when those qualities are sufficiently developed within one's heart, it is more efficient and joyful to make swifter progress on the path, sidestepping obstructions altogether. Let go of how you think things need to happen. Place your trust in Our Lady's direction. Trust in the universe. Trust your gut. Stop listening to the wrong thing. I want to pick a little message from these because one of the people I listen to uses them a lot, and they are very cute little messages. S'il vous plaît. Maman Marie nous en guide. It's manifesting your dream, so I feel this is great for this energy of manifestation that came to the beginning. Earth, and that's also, I believe, the thing of the cup. Let's take a look. Hey, why did you fall? What fell? Where did he go? Oh, never mind. Oh, here it is. That's it? No. Oh, that was a Gemini. I believe this is a drawing of the cup. Yeah. Oh, no, Earth, because it has a duty, security, pragmatic. The water would not have this sign, so... Earth, okay. Ask the element of Earth for grounding, stability, and strength in times of chaos, which you have been told about since the very beginning. Also, that you are in time of chaos. At the bottom of the deck, we have a dragonfly. You bring light to this world. So thank you for doing that. Oh, that makes me want to go talk to you about the dragonfly. See how the connections happen? And when I saw it earlier, this is like a reminder from the guides to read you about this. So let me go get the dragonfly. I was called when I was again back to memory. See how things Wings of Wisdom. I wanted to pick a card for you, and I was just reminded. We're just gonna look for the dragonfly, because I had a helmet. Oh, look at that! That was the second card. Isn't that crazy? It was meant to be. I was supposed to talk to you about dragonfly. My a friend from when I was in high school used to call me dragonfly. What was it? Libellule in French, but it's dragonfly, because of the glasses and the helmet. And when I was driving my scooter, it said I used to look like one. Old soul, insight and talent. Affirmation. A higher truth guides me to live with freedom and grace. A higher truth guides me to live with freedom and grace. It's not even an affirmation, that's what's happening right now. So you are called to accept it. Look at how we have mermaids at the bottom of this card too. Even though we're talking about a dragonfly, something that flies, there is like almost a Buddha, like I was talking about meditation at the beginning of this reading. She's sitting with a lotus flower between her legs that talks about wisdom. Okay, give yourself time to grow into your purpose. The latter phases in your life will feel more graceful and empowered than the earlier. More frustrating. Let me go back here. The later phases in your life will feel more graceful and empowered than the earlier. Oh, the earlier phases that were more frustrating phases of your life. Over time, you can develop your abilities and become a standout talent in your field. Be patient and apply yourself, because in due course, again, you are called to be patient. This is crazy. In due course, outstanding skillfulness will come from your efforts. So there is this energy of students still. Rely on your higher self and trust your inner vision. You had the vision here that came out. You're called to trust again. Even when it differs from your usual way of approaching life, give yourself permission to change direction whenever is needed, so that you can stay true to your life path. Maybe some of you also need to go look up the North Node. But in here, Mother Mary was telling you to trust, because she's guiding you in the direction you need to go to. So, I mean, I don't know how louder the guides have to scream at you for you to get it. Okay? Trust and believe it, that you are headed towards the right direction, and stop fighting and listening to the wrong people. With that, my sweet bees, I want to try to do the daily reading for the week to come. So I'm sending you love, and I hope you have a beautiful week. You were given all the tools to make it nice. Sending you love. Bye bye.